Hit the button. Hit the button.
Hello.
Hello, dear. It's Thursday. It's the 30th of May. It's one day to payday. Yes, I'm counting.
Praise the Lord.
And we're also one day away from another bank holiday weekend. It seems like we just had one because we did. Right, listen, it's not going to be bad today, actually. It's quite warm and mild out there now, and it'll be like that for the day. Few showers expected in places, but generally overcast and dull, and there'll be a lot of dry spells today, but it won't be particularly sunny. But hey, it's dry. We'll take that.
So, some of the big stories in the papers this morning. I can't remember which papers you said you were going to look at.
I was going to do the Times and the Examiner, but you do them, seeing
No,
as you have them there.
No, not at all. So some of the big stories in the front pages of the papers. Well, what everybody's talking about online last night and this morning, it's in the papers as well, is about this full recount, which has been requested and will happen in Ireland South in the European election. So that's in a lot of the papers today. Irish Independent Minister faces quiz on advice to Bailey is the headline. A barrister appointed by Fine Gael to investigate Maria Bailey's compensation claim will be permitted to quiz the Culture Minister, Josepha Madigan, on what role, if any, she had in that case. So that's a big story in today's Irish Independent. Also a story in the paper there about the gangland crime and the latest shooting in Dublin. Owner of getaway car used in the latest brutal killing of an asylum seeker is set to be questioned by Gardaí. The 41-year-old Iranian national with links to a North Dublin crime gang was shot dead outside the home of one of the other men who was shot dead just a few days ago, and that happened on Tuesday afternoon. The Irish Independent covering that today.
Bailey faces investigation over swing injury claim is the Times headline this morning. Donoghue, the latest minister to criticise the lawsuit, and Corbyn and Varadkar to meet in new attempt to avoid a no deal. So the Labour leader in the UK and our Taoiseach will meet to try and go hell for leather on another Brexit deal. That's on the front page of the Times there this morning.
More on that gangland shooting in the Irish Mirror today. The Dublin gangland murder victim from Iran was a chief suspect for a series of killings, says the Irish Mirror this morning. And Eden Hazard confirmed his plans to leave Chelsea after they did indeed win the Europa League yesterday. That is pretty much the only top trend as well this morning. We'll talk about that in a moment. But he said he is leaving after he led them to the Europa League crown against Arsenal in Baku last night, and he scored 2 goals in the process.
The Examiner's front page says ruling threatens a chilling effect on the Dáil. The probe into the fallen as the court rules that the Public Accounts Committee acted unlawfully over questioning Angela Cairns. That's on the front page there. And the court has a duty to Sophie's grandchildren. The only son of Sophie Toscan de Plantier told the Ian Bailey murder trial yesterday in Paris that the outcome of the trial will help determine whether he will feel secure to bringing his children to Ireland. So that's on the front page there. And as you mentioned, a full recount has now been called in Ireland South, when just 327 votes separated Leonie Rida and Grace O'Sullivan. Is it Grace O'Sullivan? That's all between them. So they've called a full recount in Ireland South, which they say will crack on again at 9 o'clock this morning. So Billy Kelleher and Sean Kelly are both after being elected. It looks very likely that Mick Wallace and Deirdre Clune will be elected. So then it's down to that last seat, which I think is actually the Brexit seat, they're calling it.
Yeah,
so,
cold storage seat.
Yeah, the cold storage is that they won't actually sit until the UK has left the EU, and then they'll get one of those seats.
The final 3 seats in the Midlands North West constituency also filled late yesterday, with Luke Ming Flanagan being returned, Maria Walsh of Fine Gael, and Sinn Féin's Matt Carty as well, all following Mairead McGuinness to Europe. A story that's not in the papers today because it happened in the early hours of this morning or late last night, but very sad, and it's online in a lot of the publications today. 7 people are dead, a dozen missing as a boat capsized on the River Danube, on a flooded River Danube in the Hungarian capital. Those tourists believed to be South Korean tourists, so that's a very sad story online. And what everyone's talking about on Twitter today is the fact that Chelsea hammered Arsenal last night. 4-1 it finished up. Arsenal really had to win this one, and a lot of people thought they would, but they didn't. Great second half performance by Chelsea saw them win.
Yeah, every single trend is Sarri, Hazard, Chelsea versus Arsenal, Ozil, Giroud. They're all to do with the match last night. And it looks like Hazard is leaving. So if the reports yesterday are to be believed, so well done Chelsea last night.
They knew that before the game, alright, that it was going to be his last game.
Yeah.
And then he scored 2 goals, which is a pretty cool way to finish up.
The thing now is how much are they going to get for him? That's the thing, because Real Madrid are throwing around different numbers and Chelsea are throwing around different numbers. So, but he's going to end up with Zinedine Zidane anyway. So I think Real Madrid is a definite for him this summer.
Sarri insisting after that win last night, by the way, that he's really happy at Chelsea, which nobody believes.
Yeah.
And he thinks he should stay on for a while, which nobody wants.
Which also is mad seeing as Sky Sports News are running the story this morning saying he's now the favourite to be the next Juventus manager. So good luck there, lads, trying to hold on to him. Although Chelsea, I think, want to get rid of him. And Lampard, I think, is the favourite to take over at thing. So
there's been far too many silly stories coming out of training. There was another issue with training the night before last night's game. So whatever.
Yeah, the stories from that were quite funny because they were like, first of all, they said that he was going mental because two of his players, David Luiz and Higuain, were fighting. Then there was the story that the reason he stormed out of training is because it was still open to the public and they couldn't work on tactical stuff because the public were sitting there watching it.
And journalists were sitting there watching it.
Yeah,
that was the
exactly.
problem.
Yeah, so you had cameras basically, and he said we couldn't work on it. So you don't want to believe, but either way, he stormed out of training. Good man,
like
Morrissey.
Twitch to me.
Yeah, he sounds like a passionate man.
No, he doesn't.
Do you not think so? No, his interviews
he sounds like a twit.
His interviews are always excellent.
I just can't handle all that infighting. I just think it's rubbish.
Yeah. Top 10 songs to keep us calm. We'll go through that in the show this morning.
Oh, nice.
I don't think I've ever listened to music to calm down. I've probably listened to music to build myself up. But
go on, give me one. What's on it?
Let It Be from the Beatles is there.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Elton
okay.
John, Your Song is on it. Coldplay, Fix You, that's on it. So stuff like that.
Cool, okay.
So we'll come back to that. So if you have a particular song that you love to hear that kind of mellows you out and calms you down, maybe you've had a particularly busy or stressful day and you just throw on something, what would it be that you throw on? We'll come back to the list this morning and we'll have a look.
Who's for Breakfast is today worth €630. Am I right?
Question mark?
30? 630?
It is, yeah.
So we're going to play that as well this morning. If you want to check out the Radio Kerry website, radiokerry.ie/breakfast, to get a list of who's been guests so far. We've also got that great Craig Cave competition to get through as well. So loads to do on the show. We're on air in about a minute.
Enjoy your day. Good luck.
Bye.